Lee Hyun-wook is a person with the ability to control steel in the world. Just like Magneto controls magnetic fields in X-Men. He tried to protect the world but ultimately failed, and the world was destroyed by monsters. But in truth, he was murdered by the human who sold his soul to the devil. There was a miracle that allowed him to return to the first days when the world was invaded by monsters and he himself was trained in the army. Will this regression help Lee Hyun-wook save the world, avoid the destruction of humanity? Let's follow the series Revenge of the Steel Emperor. This story opens with the scene, the first days when Gates appeared in the world. The world's greatest military powers all fell. Humanity is on the brink of destruction. The appearance of monsters brings the appearance of people with awakened superpowers. Humanity calls them savior warriors. Among those with superpowers, a powerful warrior appeared. They called him Iron Emperor Hyun-wook. He is humanity's last warrior, the last ray of hope. What is Emperor? What is the last god of humanity? Hyun-wook thought he was gone. Those who have awakened their abilities are required to join the Monster Prevention Team to train in using skills and how to fight monsters. During training, the entire team of people with superpowers was tasked with finding 9 bullets but could not find them, so they were punished by the chief. Hyun-wook was punished while manipulating the bullet casing into his mouth. The teacher cursed the rookie soldiers so he did not pay attention to Hyun-wook's actions. After Hyun-wook ate the metal, a notification appeared allowing him to control less than 500 G. He ate while thinking about how he was reincarnated after he was killed. In the future, the world's major cities will be in ruins. No human being could survive that brutal war. Explosions erupted continuously. Corpses piled up all over the city killed by brutal monsters. Hyun-wook now realized the truth. The destruction was not caused by monsters but by people with superpowers. A priest wearing a death mask is laughing at Hyun-wook, mourning the last hero of humanity known as the Steel Emperor. He is psychologically manipulating Hyun-wook with arguments. They see themselves as creatures sent by angels to punish humanity. Hyun-wook gritted his teeth and cursed him. If he could be stronger than a few years ago when the gates appeared, even if it was only a day or a few hours, he would take advantage of the time to be stronger and fight. Defeated the one who sold his soul to the devil and started killing humanity like you. He laughed at you. Even if you knew how to be strong earlier, it wouldn't have changed anything. An F-rank useless person like you, no matter how many times you try, will still lose your life in his hands. He ordered his subordinate to deal with Hyun-wook in the most brutal way to honor the death of the Steel Emperor. But a miracle appeared, a miracle that helped Hyun-wook revive and do the things he regretted. The chief is still teaching the new recruits because they made a mistake. Hyun-wook has returned to the past, so all skills and strength have returned to zero, but he still remembers the experiences accumulated from before. Hyun-wook couldn't believe why the miracle that allowed him to return to the past instead let him return to the time he was training for the army. After a hard day of training, the recruits lined up to go into the dining room. Hyun-wook can't forget the feeling of having to eat and train at the camp for the second time. The chief officer calls out Hyun-wook, and his team needs to do a mission before going inside to eat. Hyun-wook doesn't understand why he has to go again since he just finished. The chief officer saw that Hyun-wook asked him back. He got angry and immediately threatened him. He criticized Hyun-wook for being just a lame F-rank soldier. He practiced a lot but couldn't level up, so practicing more and putting in a little more effort was Hyun-wook's duty. Because in his previous life, Hyun-wook thought he wouldn't be able to pass F level to advance to a higher level. Everyone around always considered Hyun-wook a failure on the team. Hyun-wook glared angrily at the chief, who was dissatisfied with his attitude. He was upset. Hyun-wook refused to listen and used his magic to teach Hyun-wook. The new recruits in the team, Hyun-wook, were surprised and worried about him because he was only F rank and the chief was D rank. Everyone in the team was worried he was in danger. Hyun-wook smiled slightly and accepted the order, but he needed some food for the team because they needed more energy. He threatened him to pay attention to his surroundings. The people around him are witnesses and will denounce him to the military court for his abuse of power. Hyun-wook reminded the chief that because he was D rank, he would later have a higher position and be a noble figure in society. If this affects his open future, it won't be okay. He was immediately scared by Hyun-wook's persuasive tongue. Faced with Hyun-wook's sweet words and promise to eat quickly to complete his orders and complete his job well, he couldn't refuse, so he let it go. Because of the loud conversation between Hyun-wook and the chief officer, everyone around stood and watched. He asked everyone to come and eat quickly. Hyun-wook commanded his team member, Park Jin-mo, to come in to eat, but after what he just did, Hyun-wook couldn't swallow, so he didn't want to go inside to eat. The chief noticed that Hyun-wook's expression was different from usual and immediately paid attention. Hyun-wook immediately went to an empty place to calm down his emotions. For Hyun-wook, the incident just now was nothing compared to the man who sold his soul to the devil who harmed him and all humanity. His name is Gordon Tracy. You will find a way to be strong and take revenge on him. While thinking, a notification appeared, informing him that thanks to his consumption of metal, shock shell, earlier, he had 10 grams more metal to control. Hyun-wook took out a handful of spoons for himself to eat to increase the amount of metal he could control. From the dining room he stole spoons, leading to everyone in the dining room having no spoons to eat. Everyone was confused and didn't know who was playing a prank on everyone. Hyun-wook ate each spoonful, but was eating a delicious dessert. It's like a cat finding its favorite food is meatballs. After he ate the metal, a notification appeared that the time it took to fully absorb the metal was 15 minutes, and the weight of the metal after being absorbed for control would increase by 1.3 g. If you want to use an M7 knife weighing 140 g, with the mass of metal to control being 310 g, you can only control one knife. Bullet shells increase by 1 g, spoons increase by 1.3 g. It will take a long time to return to the peak with the title, the Steel Emperor. Hyun-wook has 3 days left to prepare to defeat the monster. Danger level boss monster is 1. Adjust your clothes and the items you carry with you. He immediately tried controlling his knife, M7. He smiled to see what he could do with this knife. Hyun-wook and his team members are on guard. Team members close to him see that recently, Hyun-wook has changed a bit. Hyun-wook immediately replied without concern, "Will your change affect him?" While talking to the team members, a notification appeared saying he could control a mass of metal of 1,360 grams. His team members were still talking. He turned around and approached seriously. Ask Park Jin-mo if Hyun-wook changes in a positive direction, will he believe in Hyun-wook? Being asked seriously by Hyun-wook made Park Jin-mo shake and reply of course he had confidence in Hyun-wook's command ability. He immediately loaded a gun, making Park Jin-mo panic. Hyun-wook fired a gunshot, causing the monsters coming out of the gate to pay attention to Hyun-wook's watchtower. They shouldered their weapons and pulled together to ambush their prey. It is currently 4 a.m., and the team members in the barracks are sleeping soundly, not knowing they are in danger. There is a knife, M7, rushing at extremely fast speed. The monster couldn't dodge. It was immediately hit. The sharp blade chopped off the first monster's head. Hyun-wook controlled the flying knife towards him. He controlled the knife skillfully. When the monsters saw that their comrades were limited, they angrily bared their teeth. Hyun-wook was happy to meet these little monsters. He ambushed them for 3 days and 3 nights. The monster from before, Hyun-wook thought he had cut off his head, but he didn't, just because he was level 1, so ambushing him with a fatal attack was impossible. Hyun-wook controlled the knife to spin at extremely fast speeds. This was his second chance to finish it. The monster jumped up and rushed towards him, approaching Hyun-wook in close combat. The monster opened its mouth wide, baring its sharp iron teeth. Hyun-wook, not letting the monster wait too long, he controlled the knife and slashed the monster's head. Because the inertia of the monster's speed was too fast, when its head flew off, its body slid along the ground. The force was so great that the dagger went straight into the tree trunk. When the other monsters saw such a scene, they immediately told each other to come up at the same time to gain the numerical advantage to defeat Hyun-wook. When you kill the monster, a magic core will fall out. Because Hyun-wook came back from the future, he clearly understood the effects of the Mahuk pill. This man controls magic core with the skill of manipulating metal. He put that magic core into his mouth and swallowed, making the monsters confused. They didn't understand why the human in front of them dared to swallow. He chewed and swallowed as if he were eating candy, but the smell from inside the monster was unpleasant. The monsters, stunned when they met a creature that was more omnivorous than them, they vomited when they saw this scene. After eating that magic core pill, a message appeared that required 25 hours to convert that magic core pellet into energy to increase his ability to control metal. It is expected that after conversion, how much will increase cannot be determined. Hyun-wook was happy. If one person has improved his power like that, then all these monsters are a treasure for him to upgrade. The monsters saw Hyun-wook's evil face, making them cold, not understanding what happened. Hyun-wook controlled the knife back, 128.129. He shouted loudly, "The party will now start."